She was acclaimed as the best singer of the 90s and the leading artist of Latin music in that decade. Known as the Queen of Tex-Mex music and compared to the Mexican Madonna, she sold over 80 million records and amassed numerous awards in just 14 years of her career. However, her life was tragically cut short at the age of 23. Selena Quintanilla Perez, born in Lake Jackson, Texas, on April 16, 1971, was the youngest of 3 siblings born to Mexican parents. Her involvement in music began early, at the age of 8, influenced by her father, a musician who led a band during his youth. He noticed the musical talent in his children, bought instruments, and formed the band Selena y los Dinos, where Selena took on the vocals. The family owned a Mexican restaurant called Papagayos, where the band initially performed. However, financial problems led to the closure of the restaurant and a move to Corpus Christi, a larger city, where they temporarily settled in the home of the father's brother. Even in difficult times, the band continued performing in small shows until they secured their own residency. As the band's popularity grew, Selena faced the challenge of balancing her packed schedule of shows with education. She completed high school through correspondence, even getting accepted into the University of Louisiana, but chose to prioritize her music career. Selena's undeniable talent, meteoric rise in music, and the tragic premature death at 23 left an indelible mark on the history of Latin music, remembered as one of the brightest stars that faded too soon. The band released 7 albums, and a pivotal moment came when the renowned Latin music entrepreneur, Roseba, witnessed Selena singing. He immediately envisioned her as a rising solo star. He expressed that the world wanted Selena, not Selena y los Medismos. In 1989, at the age of 18, she released her first solo album, self-titled, which became a massive success. She became the spokesperson for Coca-Cola with a $1 million contract. It was during this time that she became involved with Chris Perez, a musician in her band. Despite her success, Selena's father disapproved of the relationship, considering her too young and suspecting Perez's intentions regarding fame and money. Selena initially agreed with her father, but the secret relationship evolved into marriage. When her father found out, he was deeply upset and refused to speak to her for 3 months. However, with time, Chris proved to be a good partner for Selena. During the peak of her fame, Selena encountered a particularly dedicated fan, Yolanda Saldivar, a 34-year-old Mexican nurse, single and childless, who aspired to work with the singer. For 3 years, she persisted in joining Selena's team, despite facing initial distrust from the singer's father. Eventually, Selena convinced her father, and Yolanda began working, initially for free, just to be close to the singer. Over time, she started receiving a salary and founded Selena's fan club, with over 5,000 members. The relationship between Yolanda and Selena grew closer, becoming a deep friendship. Yolanda accompanied Selena everywhere, almost like a shadow. Besides being a singer, songwriter, actress, entrepreneur, and fashion designer, Selena also started her own clothing line and opened her stores, known as Selena Etc. Yolanda claimed to have management experience, although it was a lie. Selena blindly trusted her and handed over control of the stores, which eventually became a critical point in the story. In 1994, it was a significant year for Selena as she released the 5th album, Amor Prohibido, which topped the Latin charts. Additionally, she was awarded a Grammy for her previous album, Selena Live, in the category of Best Mexican American Album. Professionally and personally, her life was in an excellent place. On February 26, 1995, Selena performed for 60,000 people at a stadium in the city of Rio Tomado, Texas. At this time, she was also working on an English album, having already recorded 4 songs. However, a dark event loomed over her successful trajectory. Selena's father discovered, through the singer's fans, that Yolanda was embezzling money from the fan club and the stores. He received complaints from fans who bought products and never received them. Upon investigation, the fraud was confirmed, but Selena initially couldn't believe it. When they confronted Yolanda, she vehemently denied it, but faced with irrefutable evidence, she was fired. After the dismissal, Yolanda was supposed to return the company documents. She arranged a meeting with Selena at a hotel in Corpus Christi, where the singer resided. Her husband, Chris Perez, accompanied her out of concern for her safety. Upon checking the documents handed over by Yolanda, Selena realized many were missing. A second meeting was arranged for the remaining documents. This time, Selena was accompanied by her husband. Yolanda claimed she had been assaulted in Mexico to buy time, but medical examinations didn't confirm her claims. When confronted about the missing documents, a heated argument erupted. At that moment, consumed by anger, Yolanda shot Selena in the back. Even though wounded, Selena tried to seek help, but Yolanda followed her. Selena managed to reach the hotel's reception before fainting, but was able to identify Yolanda as her attacker. Selena was taken to the hospital with severe injuries. However, due to blood loss, she suffered cardiac and respiratory arrest, not surviving and passing away at the age of 23. Yolanda attempted to flee but was apprehended by the police. She was sentenced to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole in 2025. Selena's death on March 31, 1995, shocked many, initially mistaken as a cruel joke due to the announcement on the radio on April 1st. Her body was buried on April 3rd, with around 30,000 people attending the funeral. Her birth date, April 16th, was instituted as Selena Day in Texas. This is a synthesis of Selena Quintanilla's story. From that sad and tragic moment, Selena's legacy became eternal. Her music continued to resonate in the hearts of fans, her influence extending beyond time. The impact of her life and music inspired future generations of Latin artists and beyond. Selena's story didn't end with her premature death, but transformed into a symbol of strength, determination, and passion for music. Her spirit lived on through the memories shared by those who loved and admired her. The world remembers Selena not just as a talented singer, but as someone who transcended cultural barriers, whose brightness and charisma illuminated the hearts of millions. Her impact remains a source of inspiration, continuing to touch and influence lives even after her early departure. And so, Selena Quintanilla became immortal not just in her musical records, but in the hearts of those who loved her and will always remember her with affection and admiration.